I'm here with Taylor Cawthon, who's Lorain International Festival Queen from 2012, and you're going to be queen for about 3 more days.
Unfortunately.
So let's go back about a year. You were going through this entire experience as a princess. What was that like for you?
Being a princess really warms you up to meeting new people, really putting yourself out there, and it gives you really great opportunities to just make good experiences and make new memories with a lot of people that you never thought that you'd encounter.
That's great. And so a year ago Thursday, you were standing on that stage, you heard your name called, and you were the queen of the Lorain International Festival. Tell us what that moment was like.
I can still recall the black dot on the floor that I looked at when I heard my name, and I just remember dropping to the floor completely and overwhelmingly just started crying with happiness and looking out into the crowd and just seeing everybody stand up cheering for me. It's a feeling that words can't even explain, I don't think.
That's great. And then you still had 3 days of festival to get through. So what was that like? Were you did you feel like a bit of a celebrity?
I did. From all the little girls coming up to people that I haven't seen in a really long time. It was almost like a dream. It was one whole weekend crashed into one day. It was just such a great, overwhelming feeling of happiness, and to have an opportunity to really put yourself out there for the community and get so much back from them is a really great feeling.
That's great. And so for most of us, we forget about the festival once the week's over, but as queen and as a court member, it's not over for you, is it?
It's never over. It's never over.
So tell me about your year.
I have to say, the one thing that I've told everybody is that traveling around Ohio really makes you appreciate home. I think we take the city of Lorain for granted. We have such a beautiful city with such a great lakefront, and traveling all over really helps you to appreciate that. Everywhere I've gone, every festival, everybody's like, I love Lorain International and I love coming to the festival. And I think that visiting other places, really just does make you realize that we have such a strong community, that it's so great to see them come together every summer and just really kick it off with our festival, and it's so great.
Mm-hmm. So what were some of those festivals? What were some of the weird things you got to experience in the past year?
Weirdest festival was Obet Zucchini Festival. I've never heard of it. I did not know we would have a festival for zucchini, but that's actually one of the more fun ones. My personal favorite festival would probably have to be Geneva Grape. Beautiful lakefront, just like us, and overall the city was just so enthusiastic with their parade, and it was really great. And recently we just did the Avon Duct Tape Festival, and I thought that one was really cool with all the different duct tape arts there, and it was a lot of fun.
That's cool. And so I always have to ask, what's the weirdest thing you ate all year?
I guess it's not too weird, but zucchini bread. To me, zucchini and bread just doesn't make sense together, but I had that with ice cream and hot fudge, and it was one of the best desserts I had at a Queen's breakfast.
That's great. Now, while you were doing all of this, you were a senior in high school.
Yeah.
And you weren't slacking off on that. You were your high school salutatorian at Lorain High.
Yes.
And you were a class officer. How did you balance all that?
I still don't understand how I did it. Sometimes I think I'm going crazy, but I think it's just kind of that whole idea of keep going, keep pushing forward, and it's not like I'm doing things that I don't enjoy, and I think that I'm so passionate about being queen. I was so passionate about my schoolwork and really just being involved that it didn't seem like work, and I actually had a lot of fun, and this was the busiest year so far that I've had, but it was also the most fun and rewarding too.
That's cool. And now that you have graduated, what's next?
I'm actually going to be majoring in business administration at Lorain County Community College. I'm doing their university partnership program through Kent State, so it gives me the opportunity to stay home, and also get a great education at a good price. So I'm excited for what the future holds, closing a chapter and starting to read a new one. So we'll see what's next.
That's good. And I know you have a big support system as far as your family goes. Do you want to tell us about that and give them a little shout out?
Definitely, if there's anyone that deserves a shout out, it is my Grammy and my Papa. They have been pulling that float all over Ohio. Early mornings, long days. I think if anybody, they deserve it. I mean, also my parents, especially my dad, for putting up with us girls. I mean, you figure 4 girls on a really long car ride, it can be a lot, especially when none of us can sing. So we've had a lot of fun though, and I think my family is going to miss out on this experience just as much as I'm going to miss it.
And how have you bonded with the other girls on the court?
They're like sisters to me. I can honestly say that. Meeting Alexis, my first runner-up, and being friends with her throughout the princess thing, and now having Naja and Mary also kind of a part of it, we're like a weird family, I guess you could say. I know we all make jokes with each other. We all have little things that we do, and just all of us kind of bring something different to the table, that when we're all together, it's one big nice group. And I gotta say, I'm very, very lucky to have a court as great as them.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, so when it comes to this year's princesses, have you gotten a chance to kind of help them or mentor them along the way?
I did. I actually just started more so talking with them this week. I know I talked to them at wine tasting. The girls are great. They're so nice, and you can tell they're so eager to get out there and be really involved with everyone. And it's great to see such a great group of girls do that. And also I know we have a few people running twice, which I think is excellent, you know, to be able to dedicate yourself, because it is a lot of hard work and a lot of time, but to be able to see these girls be so enthusiastic about something really shows that what we have here in Lorain is really great.
So Thursday,
that's not.
we're going to be crowning a new queen. What are your thoughts?
I don't like to talk about it because it's sad because it's over, but I know it has to happen. And I guess my biggest thing is I hope that the girl that I crown queen can really just appreciate it and get as much out of this experience as I had. I've learned so much, and I think it's the most rewarding, best experience that's ever happened to me, because you realize you're a part of something that's so much bigger than what you are. So my hopes for the new queen is that she really just soaks in every moment, because it is gone in the blink of an eye, for sure.
Absolutely. And that was a good closing, but any other last words for us?
I said it when you interviewed me the night of the pageant. Let's have fun this week and eat a lot of good food.
Awesome. Thank you.